Hi kids. Hey, I want your parents to watch this too. I know that's hard for them because they're probably busy working, but if you tell your parents that maybe they can watch it later too. You guys watch it, kids and parents, okay? So I have something important to tell you, and it's so important that I decided to make a lesson because sometimes when I put things on the announcement page, people don't see it. And or if I put on the Seesaw page, you might not see it right away. So on Friday, when we had Patriotic Day, I showed the kids a medal, and we were missing about 5 kids on that Zoom, okay, when we wore our red, white, and blue. But I was wearing this really nice red, white, and blue necklace with this medal, and what it says is reading on it, and there's a book, okay? So I bought these medals. I think I bought 100 a few years ago, and so I still have enough for this year. And you can earn this medal, boys and girls, by doing something at home. What do you think it is? Yes, by reading books. But the thing is I know you're probably reading. Your parents have probably been reading to you since you were babies and toddlers. You probably read before you go to bed. But, and that's great. I want your parents to read to you, but I want you to start reading too. So that's why I included the reading logs. And you guys got these when you came and picked up all your things from school in August. Okay, and I included a reading log for September, October, November, December, because we hope we're going to be back in school in January. If not, we'll probably have another pickup day, and then I'll give you the rest of them. Okay, in the classroom, I would give these to the kids at the beginning of the month, and I'd be able to show them. Every time you read a book, write it down. But I'm not in the classroom, so even though I did explain this at the beginning of the month, okay, I explained it to everybody, okay, and some of you may have forgotten. So if you haven't written any books on here, it's right now, it's September 15th. We're in the middle of the month, so I'm hoping you have it at least halfway filled up. Some of you may have it more. Madeline has sent me a couple of pictures, and I know she's been working on it. You don't have to send me a picture right now. You can wait till the end of the month when it's all filled up. But that's nice of her because then I know that she's working on it, right? Okay, so any reading counts, parents. So you know these books here? Okay, we have read the M book that said, we read that in a Zoom meeting. We read the first book that was, oh boy, I think I forgot. That was an M book too, wasn't it? The one that said, oh, A Man in the Moon. Okay, you guys read that and you did it on Seesaw also. If you did that activity on Seesaw, you can write A Man in the Moon because that was a book that you read, okay? Okay, how about this one? My Sister. Not everyone has done this on Seesaw. I was a little disappointed. So thank you if you did. This was an important one. I took a picture of every single page of this book, and I made an activity where you read it. You pressed the microphone and you read it. And this book was practicing the sight word my. Yes, the sight word my and the letter S. Okay, so hopefully, if you haven't done that yet, go back and do it. And you can write it on your reading log. Okay, now, a really important thing is your book box. I hope everyone has a book box. Look at how many books are in here, boys and girls. I just added the green one today. So if you go through and read this book today, you can write it on here. Just write G-R-E-E-N. Okay, we did rectangles yesterday. If you read your rectangle book yesterday, please write it on your reading log, right? So already we're going to have like 5 of them on there. Last week, you guys made an S book. You also did the Alpha Chant and you read that. Okay, 2 weeks ago, you guys made M books and they're in my book box. Oh, I have a triangle book. I have a square book. I have a circle book. Remember Clifford's Good Manners? These should all be in your book box. We made a yellow book. We made a blue book. I haven't finished coloring those. That just reminded me I'm going to color this blue and this red because now that we have so many, it's nice to color the cover so you have it. Okay, so if I read all these books in my book box, I would probably already have this filled up. So I'm going to give you guys time today. Instead of giving you an assignment where you have to get out your folder and do a reading page or a math page, this is your assignment today. Read the books in your book box. Okay, that might be a lot to read all in one day. Maybe you just want to read 2 or 3 today and a few tomorrow. Okay, let's try to get at least half of this filled up. And then for the rest of the month, we can work on the other half. Now, any reading counts. If mommy and daddy read you a book before you go to bed, or 2 or 3, write them down. If you read a book, write it down. If your brother or sister read a book to you, write it down. How about, have you guys ever read a book on the computer? You can find books on the computer, like on our homepage, we have that library, the class library. If you click on that and listen to the Rainbow Fish, or listen to Pete the Cat, or listen to a Dr. Seuss book, okay, if you listen to a book, that counts, even if you're not reading it yourself. Any reading counts. Does that make sense? Okay, at the end of the month, have mommy and daddy take a picture and send this to me. Okay, I have some kids in the classroom that said, you know, our parents that say, oh, that's too many books, Mrs. Jenkins, I can't fill that up. You know, please, that's the most important thing to do with your child. I know everybody is really busy right now with all that paperwork, but reading is the most important thing you can do with your child. And I've said this before also, but my kids, when they were little, they would never let me read one book. I would say, kids, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. Or most of the time it was, I have work to do. And they would say no, they would not let me go. I would have to read them 2 books or 3 books. Do you guys know Goodnight Moon? I remember when my kids were little, I would have to read it. I'd finish reading it and they'd read it again, Mom, read it again. So I'd read it again. If you read a book in the same night and you read it twice, write it down 2 times. If you read a book one night and the next night your child says, I love that book, let's read it again, then write it down again. Okay, if I see the same book 2 or 3 times, I just know that you really like that book, right? Okay, so reading logs are very, very important. Take a picture at the end of the month and send it to me. I haven't gotten them yet, but I signed up for the Pizza Hut Awards this year, a digital award. So I should, when they come, I should be able to somehow send you the little coupon. If not, I guess I could take a picture and text it to you. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. And then you get a free pizza from Pizza Hut. And then I keep track of how many of these you turn in. If you turn them all in at the end of the year, you get one of these cool medals, okay? And hopefully we'll be back in the classroom. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.